What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. Hey, in this video I'm going to be showing you, I just did a full card this morning on my Sunsinger, because I haven't played Sunsinger in a long time, so I've just kind of recently been getting back into it a bit. And I went back to my year 1 build that I did, and my year 1 build I didn't use like Viking Funeral or Firebolts. What I used was fusions for these close quarters combat scenarios with a shotgun. I know some people really dislike fusion grenades, but they've actually turned down the tracking considerably since year 1. You really actually have to be pretty accurate with these things in order to get a kill with them. So they're pretty much like I use them as an oh crap button in close quarters. Every now and then I'll try and Kobe one, but for the most part I use it to manage multiple targets when I'm in sort of close range scenarios. And I'm obviously using self-res here, and obviously using the overshield, the Scorch Melee overshield, and it really does make you a close quarters monster. So I had some extremely positive games using this build. Happy to be back in town, by the way. I know I was gone over the weekend, didn't have any content for you guys, but happy to be back. You'll see here I'm rocking the. I use the Taylock for one round here, and I liked it. I switched to it from Mida once my super got up. But I figured, I'll just stick with a Mida. I'm usually too lazy to switch over once my super's up. But Taylock is a phenomenal weapon. I'm not opposed to using it. Here I Kobe'd a grenade because I was one shot. I missed it, and then stuck the second one right on his noggin, and got the team wipe. So I think Sunsinger is actually a really, really strong close quarters class, regardless of whether you're using Viking Funeral and Firebolts or not. I don't think. A lot of people say the grenades make the class, and I agree that the way that most people play it, it does, but it doesn't have to. The Scorch Melee Overshield is a huge factor, quite honestly, and the self-res, and sometimes I run with actually Radiant Skin and Radiant Will instead of self-reviving, but right now I'm using Radiant Will, and I'm using the self-res just because it's Trials. If it wasn't Trials, I wouldn't be using self-revive, because I don't like it that much. In Trials, it gives you a huge advantage, but outside of Trials, it's really not that great of an ability. In fact, in most sort of competitive scenarios and sweats and those sorts of things, people use, they don't use the self-res, they usually run with Radiant Skin. But, and that's what I tend to do as well. But here in Trials, rocking the, by the way, that guy right there, he actually shot my grenade before it hit him. It did a little bit of damage because it blew up close to him, but he actually detonated the grenade prematurely. Now here I'm doing what a lot of Warlocks do, especially close quarters Warlocks, is they jump, when they're primed, they'll jump up around the corner and just kind of hover there and wait for someone to push. Right there, I stuck that guy on the foot. And that's a great move. A lot of guys do that. A lot of guys who play the Sunsinger will actually use their vertical space to get the drop on guys with their shotguns. And I'm finding it to be pretty effective. I used to be in the groove of doing this all the time, but I'm not right now. Like I said, I haven't played my Sunsinger in a long time. But I'd be interested to hear what different builds you guys use. If you use the Sunsinger, what kind of different builds do you use? I found that if I'm playing the Sunsinger, I'm probably going to be running a shotgun, because in order to make the most use of all the skills and abilities, you need to be in close quarters combat. It just makes sense. So the shotgun that you see here in this gameplay is the Haka Strongbow D, and this one has rangefinder on it. I actually like this shotgun quite a bit. Back when, I think this was like probably the 3rd or 4th Arms Day that this particular role was available, and I snagged it, got that guy right on the face, and I picked it up then, and I have been really pleased with it. I used it every now and then, and if you watched my Control video from last week, I think it was on Friday I posted that, then you saw a lot of gameplay using the shotgun. It's really not that bad. It's obviously no party crasher with rangefinder and rifled barrel and all that business, but sometimes I don't like using just what the greatest possible roll is on a weapon, because I feel a little bit more rewarded when I get a kill. I feel less like I relied on the roll and more like I relied on my skill. But all things considered, I probably would use a God Roll Party Crasher if I had a Year 2 version, but I don't. So this is probably the best Year 2 shotgun that I have. If you've got a Strongbow D, I'd be interested to hear your roll, and if you use it. I like mine quite a bit. So I think also one of the things about Haka guns, I just think they look great. I love the look of the Haka guns. Sleek and simplistic, and that one's no exception. Now, one of the things people say is that the super on the Sunsinger isn't that great. But I found that a lot of times the people that don't use the Sunsinger super effectively are the people who just pop it as soon as they die. They just instantly self-res. And that is sometimes the best bet, but usually not. I'm going to use it in this clip, and I do it pretty quickly after I die, but I do it because I'm trying to keep the momentum that my team has going. My teammate gets a pick, and this guy actually puts his back to me as they're pushing my one of our teammates. So that was a good call right then, just to self-res immediately. Now we can reset 3v1. I'm gonna keep my distance, but I'm gonna push this guy a little bit just to try and force him around the map. Don't let him stop for special. Just kind of keep the pressure up, and then we can pinch him together. But generally speaking, you want to stop and look around you and take stock of what's going on around you before you pop that self-res. Because if you do it at the wrong timing, you could really just get picked off pretty easily with a shotgun or a sniper. So anyways, those are some of my thoughts on the Sunbro. I have fun with it, but I don't use it the way that most people use it. And I know some people are probably going to flame me and be like, fusion nades take no skill. Well, you know what? Fusion nades take a lot more skill and accuracy and placement than a firebolt grenade. That's just my opinion. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll catch you in the Crucible.